Hey friends, a little Monday morning coffee and conversation. Today I want to talk about what the heck has been going on in the world. But hold on, let me preface that with I don't actually want to talk about what's been going on in the world. I want to talk about how we are all taking care of ourselves with um the stuff that's going on in the world. So, first off, let me acknowledge the incredible privilege I have to even just be able to be talking about this. I'm not currently living in a war zone. I'm not currently afraid for my life, uh, and all the other things that go with it. So, I want to just lay that out there so we know that I'm not trying to come at this from some sort of like expert opinion. There's nothing expert about it, and I will fully admit that I am completely um have been trying, and not just lately but for years now, trying to figure out exactly what's going on in the Israel, Gaza, West Bank, Palestine area, and never totally understanding it. That said, what I do understand is the horrific events of October 7th. I understand that Hamas is a terrorist organization, and I understand that there is horrible civilian, innocent loss of lives on both sides of this thing. And that's what I'm talking about when I say, how are we taking care of ourselves? Because it seems to have reached some sort of fevered pitch on um, social and the news and in your personal lives. And I'm not Jewish, but I have many Jewish friends, and they are all um feeling very scared and alone and afraid and hated and all of the other terrible things that happens when anti-Semitism spikes. I'm not saying it's not always there, but when it spikes like it has lately. And it just feels like this is a strangely divisive topic, when in reality, we pretty much all agree that loss of innocent civilian human life is not something any of us want in any way, or justified by anything in any way. And so, what I want to talk about with you guys is, what are you doing to help yourselves through this? Because it can be a really less feeling to watch it. We are being inundated with images that are horrific at best. We're being inundated with intense emotional reactions from all angles, and oftentimes we're trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. And so all of that leads to a lot of emotional abuse, if you will, and not at the hands of anyone, but it just can feel like an abusive situation to be sort of pummeled with the constant daily information that is, goes from bad to worse. So, this morning I can't help but it's always at top of mind. I sort of wake up thinking, like, here we are again, this thing is happening, even though it's not happening anywhere near me, and I'm not personally affected. It's on top of my mind at all times. And so I have been trying to limit. I don't want to say that, even, because I still am. I'm constantly like looking for new news articles and listening to podcasts and things like that. So I'm not limiting the intake of information, but I'm kind of filtering it a little bit to, it's very intentional. Let me put it that way. I am looking for opposing viewpoints, but I'm also looking in places where I know that it won't feel like a personal attack one way or the other. I'm also trying to do things that have nothing to do with that. Put my phone down, get away from my computer, put down anything to read any periodicals or listen to any podcasts, and really just switch over to something completely different. Listen to a comedy podcast, or listen to, something that is like almost like a palate cleanser for it. And so it's a little bit of not denial, it's a little bit of avoidance, but it's intentional avoidance, because I'm not avoiding it. I'm getting in there, and I'm listening to it, but also I am choosing times where I turn it off again, which is a lovely, lucky, privileged thing to do. So yeah. The other thing is, can you do anything? Can you donate places? Can you donate your time? Can you say a prayer if that's your thing? If you're somebody who, you know, is spiritual in any way, whether it's a prayer or a mantra, or you take time to meditate or whatever, can you do that in the name of peace and kindness and care for people that are involved? Can you reach out to your friends that are personally affected by this and just need to know there's somebody thinking of them and on their side? Can you do anything in this situation? Even the smallest of things can help make you feel better if you are active and taking action in it. Yeah. So that's what I got this morning. That's your Monday coffee chat about how to take care of yourself when there is global unrest that is affecting everyone, whether you're physically there or not. It's big and scary and sad. And so how are you buffering that with regular life? Because unfortunately we are meant to just continue marching on even when stuff like this is going down, you know, with our neighbors and friends. Okay. Have a great week, everybody. I'll see you next Monday for a little more coffee and conversation. Bye.